Okay, well, another video, another day. I had mentioned it maybe in the last video, but we have 3 vegetable mixes to test. These are two, I'm going to mix them up with the noodles I made in the last video. Check that out if you want to know what's better. Hint, it's S Market, so, Rainbow, S Rainbow, whatever. Best noodles of the 3 cheapest brand noodles you can get. But now we need something to add to it, so we don't have just plain noodles. So now we're going to figure out which of the 3 of these is the better choice. And well, one thing you're probably wondering is the price, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way so we know what's cheaper, what's more expensive, and then we'll get into it. I'm looking at the receipts here, and what are we looking at? Freshona wok mix. It's €1.15, and how much do you get for that? You get 500 grams, so half a kilo. Not too bad for €1.15. K Market. It's €1.30, so 15 cents more expensive, and not only 15 cents more expensive, 50 less grams. Oh. Man, that's not good. Let's hope it makes up in flavor. And for S Market, this is the same stuff you'll probably find in Prisma, Aleppa maybe. All kind of the same chain. Let's see what we got there. €1.20, so 5 more cents expensive than the Lidl brand, but the same size. And it's got a little heart, so I guess it's good for you. But hey, let's start. I'm gonna put them. I got. Let's take a look over here. So I got the 3 iron pans going. If you know me, I like cooking in iron. Just my own personal preference. I always find that, in my opinion, things cook a little bit better, a little more even heat. Different pans, they got different methods. Maybe you're good at cooking with your pan, but anyway, all the same, and we're getting the heat to about the same level, just about the smoking point. So we'll ease off there, and just looking at it closely, and yeah, I think we're about ready. Getting that oil just about the smoking point. And this time around we can start with the Thai wok mix from Freshona. That's a Lidl brand. And let's see how that works out for us. Let me cut that open. Let's get that on there. We got the pans oiled. I use a bit of oil. It's not necessary. We're just using rapeseed, or some parts of the world I think that's canola oil, so it should be good. Let's go ahead and okay. So while we got that cooking in there, let's take a look. And I got the little chopped carrot, the paprika, pepper. Yeah, all nice in there. These little baby carrot corn. I guess these are onions in there. Yeah, nice mix in there. These what they call them? Peas, I guess. String beans, maybe. Yeah, a lot in there to work with. Yeah, go ahead and, because we got this pan here ready to go, so let's go ahead and try out what's next. Let's try the K Market brand. This is only 450 grams, well not only, but anyway, 50 grams smaller for a little higher in price. So we'll go ahead and get that going. And immediately what stands out to me is that the vegetables are. Let me go ahead and get it closer to this one here. We are looking at. Let's admit that in. The vegetables are chopped a lot finer. We have some red onion in there, so that makes a difference. And yeah, we have a lot more variety. So right away I can tell you, and then we got these, so we got pea pods in there. Not as much baby corn. There's a bit more color. The colors are brighter, if that means anything. The pepper looks redder. I mean, it looks good to me. So right away, yeah, I mean, so that is going to change the flavor. That's a matter of preference, but when you're cooking these vegetables, the thinner, the finer, they should come out a bit crispier. They should come out, well, different in the little one. So right away, you see that it's different. And let me go ahead and I'll zoom in there because we're about to start with, what do we call it? The S market. Let's see how that differs. The S Rainbow brand. Sounds good, all of them anyway. So, yeah, this is the classic wok mix. They have other wok mixes. Maybe we'll try them out another day. Lidl also has different wok mixes, but this is what I saw that I thought was, okay. So, this might be an issue with transportation or something, but it almost looks like at some point it had defrosted and refroze. That could be my fault, or that could be, well, I don't think it is my fault because I actually bought this last. And so it must have been from beforehand. Yeah, it's more of one giant chunk of vegetables that need to be defrosted. And yeah, that's going to cook very differently until it falls apart. One notable difference is this does have broccoli in it. And if you're anything like me, you don't like broccoli. Maybe you do. You know, we can do another test another day, testing out the other wok mixes. The chopping of the vegetables here, for example, the carrots, it's less uniform, kind of sloppier. I mean, things like that don't really matter to me, but it's just a distinction that I'm making. The colors are a lot more dull. Why is that? I don't know. It just is. Yeah. What do we have in there though? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, looks otherwise similar. We're lacking more color, and we have a lot of broccoli. So, unfortunately, I know right away that because of the broccoli, it's not going to be my thing. Now, that's not the fault of the best market to put broccoli in there. Maybe they have an option that doesn't have broccoli that's similar, but maybe they get another chance. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll zoom out, and maybe even on camera, who knows? I don't know if you can tell. You know, if we're looking just visually, the K-Market one does look like a better mix to me. If you look at it, it's kind of like a more balanced mix, you know, the colors you're looking at it. The little one doesn't look too bad to me. But there does seem to be thicker cuts. And of course the S-Market one, I don't know, visually it doesn't look as good this time around. So who knows, maybe that's the one this time. I don't have too much to say about this, so I'll quit blabbing for a while and wait a bit until these are cooked and we can get back and have a final taste test and see who wins. Which one is the best flavor and which one is, in my opinion. I'm kind of leaning to K-Market this time, even if it's 15 cents more expensive. We'll see. Those cents do add up, so I understand some of you out there that need to cut, especially when you're buying a month's worth of groceries. 15 cents, what's that, 10%? So, having to add 10% to your grocery bill isn't the most fantastic thing to do. But we'll wait until the verdict. See you in a bit. Okay, so our dish from Lidl is about ready. Plain vegetables, no added spice, nothing. This is a pure test, so let's see how it comes out. The only thing on there is a bit of oil, so let's see how it comes out. Cooked until a little bit. It's got a few marks on there. All that's the way we want it. So let's take a test of it. Get a few vegetables on there, right? And I'll have to, well, it's not getting in focus. Okay, there we got it in focus. Yeah, we'll taste that little mix, see how it comes out. I like it. It's a nice bit of a mix. Let's try out this baby corn, see how that comes out. Oh, a little hot, but that's my own fault. You get that, what I like about this, and again this is all going to be kind of, I think with this it's going to be a bit subjective. It's because they're thicker cuts, you get a little bit more of the original flavor that stays in there. So yeah, I like it. It's not bad. I don't think it's pre-spiced or anything, so pretty pure. So yeah, likely pretty healthy. I mean, frozen food is usually pretty healthy. As far as I know, it's healthier to eat frozen than fresh. Simply because what often happens from the supply chain side is frozen gets chopped and frozen when it's ready from the farm or wherever it is. That's what I heard. And fresh has to sit through a long supply chain that sometimes has some artificial methods in there. Not that I'm knocking anything artificial, because everything artificial is real. There's nothing wrong with that either. But back to the topic. It's pretty good. Not bad at all. So no complaints. Is what it is, right? No surprises. No. It's a nice mix, and I think it's well balanced. Nothing feels off. The flavors kind of go hand in hand. So up next, we're not going to do this one quite yet. Let's move on to what do we have? This is the S-Market brand, and we also have it to about the same level of cooking as before. It's not too fried. Some of you might like a little bit fried, but we got a little color on there and some kind of frying marks there. So we can start with trying to get a little bit of a mix of flavor in there, and let's see what we have there. As you see, try to get that in focus if we can. So a nice little mix in there. I think the chopped vegetables are thinner than the ones in Lidl. Like I said, they seem a little bit more sloppy. A little more corrugated maybe, which some people might like that. We'll give it a taste. Yeah, not bad at all. Just the flavor of the broccoli is really mixed in there. And I'll taste a little bit of the broccoli. I mean, this is going to be like, okay. I don't really like broccoli. It's not a flavor I enjoy. So, it tastes fine, it tastes good, but if you're like me and you don't like broccoli, then it's just not going to do it for you. So in my opinion, the one from Lidl is still ahead of the game, and we're gonna see how the K-Market mix comes out. So you know, maybe I used a bit much oil, but again, this K-Market brand definitely has a lot more color. I mean, it just does. And I'll take a bit to taste. I can take a look at that. Let's see if we can get it on camera. And yeah, it's just much more presentable, much more colorful. How that'll translate to taste, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, these are better. Like, they're better. What am I going to say? You get a little bit less, 50 grams less, and you pay a bit more. So in terms of what you're getting for what you're paying, in my opinion, that is a significant difference, you know. Going from Lidl, €1.15 to $1.30 while losing 30 grams, yeah, that's a big chunk, you know, that's a sizable percentage, you know. But the fact that they do get their pay, it does taste better. I mean, what am I going to say? It's the flavor's there. It's a much more diverse, fuller flavor. And even from a presentation point of view, maybe you don't care when you're eating at home alone, but invite some guests over. This is going to be a lot more presentable than the other two brands. So, my verdict is quite clear, and I'm always kind of surprised. This is the second time I do a video like this, and I always thought that, okay, you know, much of this is subjective, it's going to be hard to tell, but second time that I can tell you right away what's the best. And it's not always the same brand or company. So you're paying a bit more with K-Market. If price is an issue, please go with Lidl, because they do have a decent amount of flavor for what you're getting. I mean, it's not bad at all. It's actually pretty good from Lidl. You get something quite nice, and you get a little bit more for a little bit less. So if price is your concern, stick to that. But this is definitely better. This is, you know, €1.30 and only 450 grams, but it tastes good. The S-Market one, it's 5 more cents than Lidl. It's 10 cents cheaper than this. Sits in between. I don't like it, but then again, I don't like broccoli. So, you know, you make that judgment. I can't say. I can say that it's not as colorful. The colors in it are not as bright. The carrots don't have that same vibrant orange. Even the baby corn seems duller. It doesn't have that yellow, that bright yellow. Like, all the colors in the S-Market one are just not as bright. And the flavor, I don't know. It could just be the broccoli. So, you know, Lidl, they have thicker vegetables in there. So it's going to be like, you get that effect. Because you have thicker vegetables, the center, depending on how you cook it, it's not going to cook quite the same as these that are much thinner. But it's not just that. These are just more vibrant, more flavorful. So, yeah, K-Market wins this time. And, yeah, they're a little bit more expensive, but That's what it is this time. So, you know, good balance I think is Lidl, but I mean, I gotta give it to them. Like I said, there's no added spices to this. These are vegetables straight out of the bag. Nothing special in them. These are pretty good, so do that. And if you did like this video, do hit that like button. I don't edit too much of these videos. These are supposed to be something, you know, for me, a bit relaxing. I learned something new. I learned that, hey, you know, there are differences. Real differences. Just for, you know, buying from a different store. I always thought that, oh, brand, generic, all the same garbage. But kind of learning that, hey, they all have their differences. So, you know, if you have a different opinion, just say it. Maybe some of you like the broccoli, but it's not my thing. Said that a million times. And hey, if you like it, you like it. Well, you let me know what you're doing, what you're up to, you know. Otherwise, you know, I'm gonna try to do these maybe once a week if I get to it. Check out the Hungry Gizmo channel. That's the main tech channel. And I'm kind of rambling on now, so I'll let you guys be. Enjoy your day, relax, eat some vegetables, be healthy. Bye-bye.